Hi, True Crew. How you doing? Welcome back to another episode. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The podcast is out there. Go ahead and check out the website. Got 2 free downloads there for you. Setting goals, fitness, and nutrition. Share this video if you find it helpful. Coming at you today with a quick video on why the cost of living is so high. Or is it really that high? Right? So I just did some research, right? And of course, it's always going to be different depending on what website you go to. You know, it's not like I did, an hour of research on this. Literally 3 minutes of research is all I did. So you're going to have to do your own, right? 3 minutes might not be enough. Who knows? But it's not going to be that complicated of a topic, I don't think. So the average income in like 1940, 1948, I think was the one I looked at. I said 1941 it was $1,500 for the year. In 1948, it was 3,000, right? Then I looked up this other way, and then on this website it showed, I looked for the average cost of clothes, right? And I saw one that said a woman's wool suit, dress, right? A woman's wool dress was $20, right? A wool dress was $20. Now, a wool dress today, that'd be expensive, right? A wool suit is like $500. But do the math. $3,000 a year, right? You divide that by 12, that's $250 a month. You divide that by 30, it was like $8.30. So in reality, that suit, that woman's dress at $20 is almost 3 days' wages for a woman to have a wool dress. 3 days' wages, right? That's pretty crazy. 3 days' wages. So in reality, is it really that much more expensive? I know it seems like it. And it's a pain in the butt when you look at it that way, right? It seems like it. But in reality, I think we've got to understand the true reason why the cost of living is so much is because you and me are starting to see luxuries as a necessity. That's the truth of the matter. Do you really need to check Facebook every day? 20 times a day? Do you need to watch YouTube videos on the go every day, 20 times a day, right? Having internet on your phone is a luxury, right? You could literally be saving, for your whole family, you could literally be saving $200 a month, if probably not more, by just having a basic phone. That would just phone and text message. Right now, I understand in today's world, you would at least need internet for your home, but you don't need it with your cell phone in your pocket everywhere you go. Right? Back then, they weren't going out to eat every day. People are dropping 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks a day just eating. Going out to eat is not a necessity. Food is a necessity. Going out to eat is not. Drinking alcohol is not. Buying cigarettes is not. Having new clothes, new shoes is not. TV, having Netflix and cable and all these other things is not. You can get basic TV for free, right? So once you put all that into play, you're saving at least $100 on your cell phone, $200 on cable. You're not going out to eat. That's another $100 a week, right? In reality, that's another $700. So we've lost the vision of the reality of necessity and luxury. And I've heard it said best. The reason why kids are such brats today, or if you want to know if your kid is a brat and a spoiled brat, take something away from him and see how he acts. Right? See how he acts. If he throws a fit and kicks and screams and he's probably a little brat. If you tell him he can't watch TV and he gets crazy, he's a spoiled brat because that is a luxury. Right? That is a luxury. You should not be acting that way on a luxury. Now, if it's a necessity, you take food away from him and water and those types of things. Yeah, that's child abuse. But taking TV away and things like that, nothing. Now, if you tell your child, I'm taking that away from you, and he's just like, all right, goes and sits in his room, nothing crazy, he understands that. You get that understanding of that. It's a luxury. It's something that I've earned the ability to participate in and use, right? It's not a necessity. So once again, I think we need to look at it that way. Right now, I understand they're like, oh, it's the gold standard back then, and it had this many ounces of gold in it, which meant that $1 was really worth 20, and this and that. It's like a dress was 2.5 days' wages back then, when you look at it. So we've lost our own priorities. They didn't travel back then. They weren't like, oh, we're going to Hawaii this year. Oh, we're gonna go travel Europe this year. You know what I mean? So, we've got to really reevaluate ourselves and understand. And once you reevaluate your own lifestyle and get an understanding of what you can spend, what you can't, you start paying yourself first, having a savings account, doing those types of things, and earning vacations, earning those clothes, earning television, those types of things, instead of just doing it. And stop worrying about other people seeing you pull out the flip phone and you get embarrassed. Who cares? You've got to understand luxury versus necessity. And if you have the ability to afford luxuries in your life, well, you know what? Good for you. Congratulations. But if you're not, don't try to be something you're not. So in reality, is the cost of living higher? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it when you look at it that way. It seems like we are just feeding into this lie of what we need to have and trying to impress others. When in reality, you can be saving. You want to talk about how college is so high? Well, maybe you shouldn't be going on all those vacations, and you should just be saving so your child doesn't have to go through that. I don't know what the solution is. Instead of trying to blow every dollar you have before you die, save and leave some to your children to better them. And if you raise your children right, they won't blow it all, and they will save that money, and they'll leave it to their children. And you keep leaving it. That's how you're going to build that wealth within your family. But somebody's got to be able to make the sacrifice to not blow it all for no darn reason. So once again, I hope this helps. Don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The podcast is out there. Subscribe to this channel. Share and like these videos.